friends, subscribers. I want to personally welcome you guys to my gym. And I also want to preface that statement by saying that this gym did not always look like this, and that's the story I'm going to tell you today. Now, this room has gone through a few very interesting evolutions in its lifetime, or at least as far as I know. So when Ian had bought this house, the previous owner had kind of a desert valley kind of motif going on in here. There was some interesting wallpaper. The ceiling had some black star wallpaper, and there was some black paint. It was just all over interesting, to say the least. And Ian's solution for that was to paint the entire room black. Now, no shade if that's your general aesthetic, but for this particular room, it was just extremely claustrophobic. This room is not very big, and I wasn't really a fan of it for my general aesthetic. Now, this room used to belong to our roommate, John, and after he moved out, we decided to turn it into our gym space. It was right around the beginning of COVID, and we wanted to make sure that we were still able to stay active while staying in our home and making sure that we were safe. So the first thing to do was to protect the hardwood floors. So Ian had installed a puzzle piece black foam mat flooring, but unfortunately after we installed the black floors, that really just made the room feel even smaller because then we were facing black floors, black walls, black ceiling, and I was just really not a fan. So I want to extend it out, and also right now the vent is covered by the floor, so there's really no good airflow in here. The AC doesn't get in here, so it gets really hot when I'm trying to work out, and that's really not ideal because like the nice thing about a home gym is like I don't have to work outside. Like I don't have to sweat that much, just like a little bit. To me, it just felt really small, really suffocating, and it didn't make me want to come in here and work out. So when it was time to actually put the gym together, I really didn't want to have the room out of commission for too long because we have been using it as a functional gym space, and Ian's not super focused on the aesthetic of things, so mostly this is just a project for me. I may as not inconvenience him if I don't have to for too long. So within the first day, I decided to move all of the gym stuff out of the gym, including the weights, the squat rack, the treadmill, all of it. It's got to go so that I can work with the floors and the walls in this space. First job on the agenda was to take that black puzzle piece flooring and to make it extend all the way continuously out to the walls. As it sat, it really didn't. It kind of covered most of the floors, but there was still some of the hardwood right around the borders, and I was, and really it was just kind of ugly. Then it was time to tackle the walls and the ceiling, which I was pretty sure was going to be the hardest part. As soon as I got started on the walls, I realized that it was not all just black paint, but there was also wallpaper under the paint, and I didn't know exactly which walls had it because they didn't all have wallpaper on them. So first thing I had to do was to find the wallpaper, get that off, and once I got all of the wallpaper off of the walls, I needed to tackle getting it off the ceiling. I listened to so many podcasts while I was working on this because if any of you have ever removed wallpaper, you know it's not exactly the funnest job. It's a little bit sticky and it takes a while, and sometimes the wallpaper pieces just break and it's just really frustrating and you'd rather just get it all off in one piece, but it almost never works like that. But after several grueling hours, I did manage to get all the wallpaper off, and you can see where there is painted areas, there is places where the wallpaper used to be, but we're just about to make all of this one color. Okay, so I am back and it's the next day, and it's so echoey in here. It's amazing what it happens whenever you take out all of the things. So I've actually already gotten all of our wallpaper off. I'm super excited about that. It came off the ceiling way easier than it came off of the walls, especially right over here. You can kind of, I don't know if you can really see, but over here there's some yellowing to the wall, so I think something happened to the wallpaper. Maybe it overheated or something at some point, and it just really stuck to the wall. So today I'm going to start painting, and hopefully I'll actually be able to start moving all the stuff back in this evening. I did make sure the cats are stuck outside, the dogs as well. Dogs are mostly going to nap today, let's be honest. So I'm going to open up a window and get started. So I spent a couple hours painting, and I listened to more podcasts. Now once all the paint had dried, we decided we wanted to mount the television that was in here. The way it was already set up was on this white shelf, which it currently is now. It's not actually mounted to the wall anywhere, it's just sitting on that shelf, which is mounted to the wall. We originally thought to install it on this wall behind me where this lovely painted man is. However, we decided that moving it to this back wall would give us a little bit more space if we wanted to do some kind of TV or YouTube workout. We do have a computer hooked up to it so that we can utilize that to the best of its potential. It also gave us the opportunity to put the treadmill right in front of it, which is nice because if you are going on a long run because it's too cold outside and you need to do it inside, you can just throw on some Netflix and enjoy yourself. I also like to use the shelf to store some of the smaller gym things like rollers and my yoga mat until I get somewhere to actually hang that. But once we got all that taken care of, the gym was technically functional again. It was time to move everything back in. So nearly returning to square one, it was time to move all of the gym stuff back in. And the next thing I wanted to tackle was adding a mirror to this space. And I don't know if you guys have ever researched this, but custom-sized giant mirrors are so expensive, and I was not about to drop $1,000 on a giant mirror, so I came up with a different option. Now we can call this a Dollar Tree gym mirror hack. If anybody has ever been to a Dollar Tree and looked at their centerpiece area or maybe their floral decor, they have 1 foot by 1 foot square mirror pieces, right? Well, I didn't buy those specifically. I believe I found mine in a package of 30 on Amazon, and I'll go ahead and link that down below in case you're interested in trying this yourself. Originally, I tried to adhere these mirrors to the wall by using command strips. However, I don't think I allowed them the amount of time to cure that you're supposed to. If you read the instructions on command strips, it says to let it sit there for an hour before you try sticking stuff to it. Well, I didn't do that. And so like half of them fell after that first attempt. I really don't want to talk about it. It's very embarrassing. So Ian came up with another option, and that was to use flex glue. So let me tell you, these mirrors are never coming off this wall. However, if you would like to try the command strip method and maybe have a removable mirror wall, just follow the instructions better than I did. Now, to allow the flex glue to cure for the amount of time that it recommended, which was 7 days, I applied some blue painter's tape across in a grid on the mirror once I got them all placed, and I allowed it to sit there and cure for 7 days. But after the 7 days was up, it was time to take off the tape and reveal the room to my lovely husband. As stoic an individual he is, I think he was a little bit impressed with my work, and it was actually his idea to move the TV from this corner to above the window, and I think honestly it works out really, really well. Good job, Ian! Now this is about where I took a fairly long break. As you can see from some of the footage, my hair's gone through quite a few iterations during this process, and that's because I've been working on this gym for probably about 6 months. Not continuously. I started the process back in August, and the majority of the work was done in August. However, I am finishing it here in January. New year, new me, right? But really all that was left to finish was the aesthetic aspects of the gym. And I wasn't in too big of a rush to get this part done because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I storyboarded some ideas on Pinterest, and I just couldn't marry myself to an aesthetic. And a little bit of advice if you're struggling with deciding on what you want to do for a large space, decor-wise, choose something simple that you can always change later. So I decided to take just some regular black paint and paint a male and female silhouette doing gym-related activities on the wall. And that is just my main decor piece. Ideally on our last blank wall, that's gonna become a space where I can hang jump ropes, my yoga mat, and altogether just store some things. However, the nice thing about using one large piece of art is it covers the space nicely without making it look too cluttered and almost fully negates the need for further decor. Altogether, I love having this gym space. It's definitely a trial to redesign the entire space, but I'm so happy that I did. It actually makes me want to come in here, makes me want to work out. One of my favorite things to do is come in here and do yoga, and Lolo will join me, and then it turns into puppy yoga. If you're not familiar with that activity, you should Google it because it's the cutest thing in the world. And from time to time, you may even find me lifting a weight or two in here. And I think this says something good about my work because Ian and Neko are in here every single day, so they must like it. Since redoing the gym, he has added some wood pieces here and there that he uses in a couple of his other workouts. So we do keep those here in the gym, just off to the side, and he uses them whenever he needs. Similar to my yoga mat, I fold it up and put it away when it's not in use. However, ideally, I would like to take the one main wall that we have left and turn it into an area that I can store jump ropes, yoga mats, whatever, or even potentially I might do that to the closet space. So I haven't really decided. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. And for those of you who don't watch my gaming videos, I did announce last weekend that I did a collab with my friend Pimento Mori on Twitch, and he kind of inspired me to do live streams of my workouts. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, for me to start a Twitch stream where I just do some of my workouts so that we can just get on there, chat, hang out, work out a little bit, and just have a grand old time. See the dogs. And see what I mean by puppy yoga, because Lola is really, really not helpful in getting those gains. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining me and listening to my story about this lovely gym makeover. Definitely feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any ideas on what I could do with this space to further make it more functional, more fashionable, whatever. And let me know if you want to see a Twitch stream from me. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps our channel grow. We are having so much fun making these videos and sharing this time with you, and we would be absolutely thrilled to welcome you into our little family. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to get those gains, and we'll see you next time. Bye.